Standing here with Brian Buccellato. Many of you may know him from probably the best book DC's been putting out for the last 5 years, or at least the most stable one, because, it hasn't been rebooted and changed and everything else, Injustice. And now, with his new release that came out just this week, Cannibal from Image Comics. How you doing, Brian?
I'm doing all right. How you doing?
I'm just fine. But tell me, and tell everyone else out there who doesn't know, what is Cannibal?
It's a book about a small town in Florida, Everglades, that's dealing with this virus that makes you crave human flesh. So it's like an addiction where you can sort of fight it off for as long as you possibly can with your willpower, but at some point you're going to have to eat humans. And after you do, you feel really bad about it. So, it's sort of the premise is, what would you do if your loved ones had this disease? Would you lock them in the basement? Would you help them eat? Like, what would you do? How would that affect your community, especially if you lived in a small town where everyone knew everybody else?
Well, I haven't read this, but does it have to be live human flesh, or could it just be, interesting. So how did you come up with this crazy idea?
Actually, I have a co-creator on that, Jennifer Young, whose name is up there. She came up with the idea about 5 or 6 years ago. So she edits my book, Sons of the Devil, and she pitched me the idea, and I said, let's do a comic about it.
So the first issue just came out this week, and you can get it, obviously, local comic book stores, Comixology, I guess, things like that. Very cool. All right, so it definitely sounds very interesting to read. But now Injustice. So you've been doing Injustice, I guess, the whole time.
No. Tom Taylor did the first 2.5 years, and then I picked it up, and I did the last 2.5 years. And I just ended my run, so year 5 just ended, and they just launched into a book called Injustice Ground Zero, which I started, but I had to basically walk away from for other reasons. And now Chris Sabella is taking the next chapter.
So you're the one who's kind of kickstarted the idea that now this is finally catching up to that game that came out a couple years ago. Because it seems like that's what's happening. The actual DC universe is now coming to fight the Injustice universe and help save it.
Yeah, well, the storyline that I did in year 5, it culminates where the game begins, when the heroes from the other Earth show up. So yeah, absolutely.
I'm really sad to know you're not doing Injustice now, because I've loved it the last 2.5 years with all the Constantine stuff and all the magic stuff and all the really good stuff. So please come back.
Maybe one day.
Well, there is Injustice 2 coming out, so I guess that's fine. So Cannibal, not Injustice, Sons of the Devil. Is there anything else coming out on the next horizon for you that people should look out for?
That's it right now. That's it right now.
And if they want to follow you, they want to know more about what you're doing?
I'm on social media. Twitter, it's Brian Booch, spelled phonetically, and I'm on Facebook.
All right. Well, definitely check out more of Brian's work, like this guy is doing right now, and we'll talk to you later. Thanks.
Thank you.